we've got our two throwers. Looks like they're ready to start, but first, let's take a moment to go over the rules and scoring. CODA is thrown from 12 feet. It's a 5-throw game. Whoever's winning the match throws first. Any ties will be settled with an overtime round, and since we're working with a tournament here, it's best 3 out of 5. Moving on to the board, this is how it's scored. That innermost ring is worth 5 points. The ring directly to the outside of that is worth 4. Working our way out is 3 points, then 2 points, then 1 point. The bullseye is worth 6 points and is always open. The premium scoring areas, to include the blue blocks and the black diamonds, you can only hit once, and they're worth 8 and 9 respectively. All right, these two look like they're about to go to battle. Clinking axes indicating that they're ready to go. John Kautter is going to throw first. Now, you have to understand the strategy here. Determine what he's going to throw at first, and he goes for the bullseye first. Maybe he's just trying to settle in on this match and play it safe with that bullseye. And let's see what Ingallinera is going to do. He can either go for that bullseye or go for the 8. He hit that 8 left. So he's jumped out ahead, meaning that Ingallinera will throw first. All right, this is throw number 2. Ingallinera up by 2. All right, now he goes for the bullseye, but it looks like he just hit a 5, slightly outside that bullseye, and this will give John a chance to recover from this. Let's see what he does. Is he going to jump ahead? Yes! He hits the 8. Hits the 8. And now he is up by 1. So we got another lead change. John Kautter steps up to the line. And he goes for that 8, but it looks like he slipped right outside into the 3. Giving Ingallinera a chance to make up some ground here. And he plays it safe, going for the middle. And he is up. So another lead change here. Ingallinera will step up to that 12-foot line. And now he's got a couple choices here. Does he jump for that lead? And he does. He goes for the lead, knocking out that right blue block worth 8 points. And now both of his blues are closed. So he cannot go for anything but bullseyes and 9s for the rest of this 5-throw game. Let's see how John answers. He goes for that 9 in order to try to close that gap, but he scores a 1. So this is going to let Ingallinera just kind of throw easy at the center at that 6. Doesn't have to go for the 9, and it looks like he slipped into the 5. Yeah. And this is pretty much over, out of reach for John Kautter. But he goes up, more or less a practice throw, hitting that top 9. So Ingallinera begins the series 1-0. And since he won the first game, he will throw first. Let's see what he starts off with. I think he opted to take 1 for fun, which is a practice throw. You could either take the 1 for fun or you could wave it off. It looks like they took it. All right. I haven't seen any axes clink yet. All right. Looks like we're going to start this game. All right. So let's see what Ingallinera wants to start off with. And he goes for the bullseye, hits the bullseye 6 points. Now, John's got a choice whether or not to jump out ahead or just play it safe and follow Ingallinera's lead with whatever he throws. So let's see what John does. He goes for the bullseye. Looks like he slipped outside and scores a 5. All right, Ingallinera's still in the lead, so he throws first. And he plays it safe, goes for the bullseye, putting some of the pressure on Kautter to make a jump out ahead kind of move. And he does try to jump out ahead, but lands a little to the right of that left blue block, scoring a 3. And Ingallinera is just going to just stay in the middle and try to wear John down, make him go for those big moves, those big plays. Well, let's see what he does here. He's got to score. He's got to score premium scoring area. Ooh, that's going to be real close. Real close. It looks like he says he's got it. And Ingallinera is going to verify it. Yep. He says it's an 8. So John is still down by 1. Ingallinera trying to decide what to do. It's only 1 point. And he goes for the 8, but misses slightly to the outside, scoring a 3. And this opens the door for John to take a lead here. He stays center, scores the 6. And now John is up by 2. So John will throw first. So John could put this whole thing away by going for a black diamond, more risk, more reward. Or he can stay center or go for the 8, and it looks like he clipped that 8. And now that puts it out of reach by 1 point for Ingallinera. So this is more or less a practice throw, and we've evened up this match, going 1-1. To remind you, it is best 3 out of 5. And they are just getting reset, get their head back in this game. And since Kautter, looks like they waived their one for fun. Since Kautter won the last game, he starts first, throws for the 6, hits the 6. Just like that. Let's see if Ingallinera wants to jump ahead or just follow Kautter's lead. And he goes for the middle. He hits that 6. All right. Now, is Kautter going to take on the same strategy as Ingallinera from the last game and just drill at the center of that board and make Ingallinera make a move? Oh, he goes for the 8 right, and he hits it. So the right blue block is closed for Kautter, putting a lot of pressure on Ingallinera. Ingallinera throws for that right blue block as well, and he hits it, all tied up. Both of these throwers throwing perfectly. Let's see if John's going to keep the pressure on and throw for another premium scoring area. Goes for the left, hits the left. So far, Kautter throwing perfectly. That's putting a lot of pressure on Ingallinera. Let's see what he does. And he answers the call with an 8 of his own. So if both of these throwers have gone bullseye, right blue block, left blue block, throwing perfect. So do we go center or do we go high risk, high reward, going for the black diamonds worth 9? Kautter goes up, hits it. He's got to be feeling pretty good by now. Hitting that 9, all this pressure on Ingallinera. He has got no other choice but to follow John up there. And he does. And he hits it. Oh, my goodness. And look at the smile on his face and the fist bump. All right, now it's down to the last throw. Just a ton of pressure. That bottom black diamond, sometimes problematic. It's a different throw altogether. And Kautter throws a perfect 40. Perfect 40. Are we going to see dual perfect games of 40-40? That's all on Ingallinera. It looks like he's scooching back a little bit for this bottom throw. He throws, and it's a yes. He hits it. This is a dual 40-40, which puts us into an overtime round. Overtime round, this is excellent. So John's going to throw for the top black diamond. If he hits it, Ingallinera's got to match it. Otherwise, it'll go to a measurement. It looks like he missed it. So a measurement will be taken real quick to determine how far away he is. And Ingallinera's got the calipers. He says it's 0.89 inches away. And Ingallinera's got to throw his axe within that distance. Let's see who's closer. He goes up and he hits it. He drills that 9. Perfect 40 for these individuals. They're feeling good about themselves. And they had to go to that overtime. What an exciting match. So that puts Ingallinera up 2-1. So we're going to move into game number 4.
That was game 3, and I'm up 2-1.
Ingallinera's up 2-1. Moving into game 4, he throws first. Let's see, is he going to keep that pressure on? It looks like they waved their one for fun. All right, and he goes for the bullseye, hits that middle 6. Oh, it looks like they followed up with their clinks. And now Kautter's got to go for it. He wants to put the pressure on Ingallinera. He hits that 8 left, and he is now up by 2 and takes a bow. Oh, boy. I imagine he's going to go for the bull here to match Ingallinera's. Oh, no. He goes for the 8 right. He says, I want to get him out of the way and put all that pressure on Ingallinera. So Ingallinera is going to have to do something big here. And he goes for the top.
I know.
Oh, and it's a miss. He gets a 1 on that throw. On throw number 2, he puts himself back. Kautter throwing 2 excellent first throws. Ingallinera trying to match, or at least close that gap by going for the top 9, and misses it with a 1. It's going to be very hard to come back from this. Okay. So Kautter goes for the top, lands a little low, scoring a 2. All right. So let's see what Ingallinera is going to do. He doesn't go for the top. He goes for the 8 right, hits it. So that puts Kautter up by 3, and it brings Ingallinera back into this game. Before it was 16-7, and in just 1 throw, that gap has been closed to 3. All right, Kautter playing it a little safer, throwing for the bullseye, hitting the bullseye, 6 points. So he is now at 24 points. So Ingallinera can close the entire gap by hitting an 8 or a 9 here. He goes for the 9. Oh, misses it with a 2. All right, it's pretty safe to say that John's got this game in the bag. Moving on to throw number 5. 24-17, plays it safe, throws right to the middle. And Ingallinera might as well just finish it out with a practice throw. And he does. He goes for the bottom black diamond. He's got that hit. Too little too late this late in the match. All right. And that'll move us on to game number 5. All the pressure is on these 2 throwers. Closing out this final game of the match. Kautter throws first. Let's see if he's going to put that pressure on. Oh, he goes for the center. Throwing a 5. I would imagine that Ingallinera is going to throw for that bull. Hits a 6. He takes a lead and he'll throw first. But no, he wanted to put some pressure on. And he gets the right 8. So Ingallinera taking a 3-point lead. Putting some pressure on Kautter. He's going to have to throw first now. And now he goes and plays it safe, throwing for that bullseye, splitting that bullseye right down the middle. All right, Kautter's going to have to make a move. So it's either an 8 or a 9. 8 to 9 to tie. He goes for the 8 and hits it. Hits that left blue block. And it's a 1-point advantage for Ingallinera. Moving into throw number 3. Let's see, is he going to continue to put the pressure on Kautter? He tried to, threw for that 8 left, and he gets a 3, lands a little left of it.
I mean, really, 8 would be just as good because if I just do 6 and right?
Kautter trying to kind of talking it through what his play should be here. He throws for the center and hits it, so he's going to take the lead by 2. Well, it's going to put him in the driver's seat throwing first, which once you're getting towards the end of the game, you'd rather follow the lead and take some of the pressure off yourself, trying to identify what he's already hit. He's hit both of his 8s, or he's hit his left 8, and now he goes for the right and hits it.
This is a good match to show the diff, like how you were up.
So this puts all the pressure on Ingallinera. He's going to have to do something big. He's got the 8 left available, or the 9, the top 9. He hits it, bringing us in within 1 point, 27-26. Kautter's got to throw first. Kautter's got to make a decision. Does he close this thing out by going for a 9, which is the only premium scoring areas that he's got left? Or does he throw for the bullseye and open up the door for Ingallinera to close it out with a 9? He goes for the 9 and scores a 1, just leaving an easy layup for Ingallinera to close out. I mean, Ingallinera's got to throw. You know, he'll probably just throw right at the middle. He hits the bullseye, and Ingallinera takes this match. This is an exciting one, and I look forward to commentating future matches for this CODA series.
It's crazy. It takes like